Welcome to the StockMinter.com studios. I'm your stockminer, Brian Johnson. Fed spoke today, and wow, nothing happened. We did get a little bit of a pop right after he talked. I don't know if you guys ever watched the dollar, but the dollar was way, way, way up today after the Fed came out and kind of kept rates the same. It tanked, and the market had a little bit of a pop to it there at the end of the day, recovering some of the losses it was at earlier in the day. But no movement. Look at the charts, and the charts are telling you we really didn't go anywhere by the time it was all said and done. We had a little bit of movement after the Fed spoke, and then about an hour-ish or so afterwards, markets pulled back, and that's where they stayed for the rest of the day. So we are still trapped within this range that we've been watching right here between 10,500 and 10,700. Feds to keep rates unchanged. I would expect that to be the status quo now for quite a while. So once again, I said that these things have become, these Fed rates have become kind of anticlimactic, and that's why. What's he going to do? He's got nowhere to go with the rates but up. He's not going to do that yet. So we'll probably see a lot more of this in the future too. Just a lot of sideways chop. This is actually just so tedious, especially if you're a trader, you're looking for a move one way or the other. There's no trend here. We are still high basing. It's anybody's call at this point, guys. I'm still not sold on the upside. I'm cautiously bullish here, but we do have room to move. See how as we inch our way sideways, this blue line allows for more room to the upside. That could potentially take us back to this 10,900 mark. Still watching for breaks 10,700 and really below this area before we start getting long or short in our positions. NASDAQ on a 60. Broke the blue line, is coming back to retest it, but overall it's just sideways action. No need to think that maybe this is a bearish sign as of yet. If you look on a daily, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles, we've gone nowhere. Straight sideways, making for very difficult trading if you're looking to day trade. And then on to the weekly, and that is, we're already into now the end of Tuesday. 3 more days left. Let's see if we get some direction up here. Maybe we close with another small little doji on the weekly. Not unheard of. Let's see if markets will take a day to digest what they've heard and what they read, and then they'll kind of start to make a move towards the end of the week here. Let's be prepared for that move. SPX on a 60 also sideways as well, finishing right at or around that 1121 mark. So that 1125 area we had talked about back in here is still holding strong. I'm really a little bit more leaning towards the 1130 to 1132-ish area for entries, and or then back below one of these areas here for your shorting opportunities. As you can see, straight sideways here, putting in yet another and a doji candle by the end of it. Just choppy sideways motion here. As we move sideways, it's still a high base. It is still allowing for room to the upside. If it makes that move, it's up into that 1140, 1150-ish area I was talking to you about before. Be ready for that move when it happens. SPX on a weekly also holding tight here to this little doji area, staying above the 20-week moving average. No movement as of yet over the last couple days. VIX on a daily was down ever so slightly. It's still choppy. You can't say fear's pouring out of the markets by any means. It's not doing anything right now. Investors are very, very, let's call it content. How about that? Investors are very content right now with where we are and what we're doing at the present time. No real panic in the streets. No one thinks anything but happy thoughts, I'm assuming, at this time, because we're certainly not seeing anything reflected in the VIX to give us an idea that there's panic in the streets. Apple on a 60-minute still holding below this line. We saw a nice tap of it yesterday. Then we saw the drop down today, met by sharp selling actually here in right after the Fed spoke. Apple was a good benefactor of that. Baidu was another good benefactor of that. So you can see that the tech stocks are still trying to hold themselves up as best they can, looking for breaks up and out of here, down below here to really look for your next entry in Apple from a daily. How tedious is that? Straight sideways, guys. Don't know what else to tell you. Apple's been very, very tough to trade. If you're a day trader in Apple, great. If you're swing trading Apple, you got nothing. There's just nothing to go off of here. There's no indication one way or the other which way Apple's going to break. You can just sit and wait at this point. Here we are on the weekly, and look how small the candles have been the last few weeks. Still in this little small consolidation area, waiting for that more major break. FAS on a 60-minute did see a little poke above, only to come right back down below this blue line we have drawn in here. So we've seen a couple of moves to the upside, met with the gap down this morning, met by selling, or I'm sorry, buying after the Fed spoke, met by selling. It's the financials are absolutely choppy at this point. Now there are opportunities if you want to go ahead and play these things to the long or the short side on a day basis, but not on a swing basis. Look at this. There's no trading to be done here. Wait for the more major moves. 24.50 below 22 are still my levels to be watching. FAZ, same thing. Gap up, run down, run back up towards the end of the day. Overall, if you kind of finish flat on the day, really not much more to talk about. Now, it shows us that we were up 2.5% today, but that was on a gap. I mean, we gapped up, fell down, ran back up, but look where we ended. I mean, we opened the day at 1361. We closed the day at 1361. We went nowhere over the course of the day. Was some opportunities for day trading if you're quick and know what you're doing. Otherwise, no reason to be doing anything in here. Look at this. Another doji straight sideways. What else to tell you guys? There's still a lot of indecision in this market at the present time. And we're just sitting on the sidelines waiting. There are other stocks that are moving. If you know which ones to look at, know how to find them, great. You're in really good shape. I'm going to tell you once again, as we come and start looking at these markets, there's some big opportunities on the way. And if you are not comfortable with your entries and your exits, then you really need to spend a little time with me. Talk to me about my mentoring course. That's the other product I offer. I have the V-newsletter at, $15 a month, which is a steal. And then the mentoring course. And those things more than pay for themselves over the course of time. If you're one of those investors that has been trading for a long time and just can't seem to put the puzzle pieces together, or you've read all kinds of things on the internet and you've read all kinds of books, you need to ask yourself, am I a consistently profitable trader? And if the answer is no, which was my answer before I took my mentoring, then you need to ask yourself, are the books and the information I'm getting off blogs, are they enough to teach me what I need to know to be consistently profitable? That's what the mentoring courses do. They make you more consistently profitable in your trading. I've got a series of rules. We go through that. We talk about all of the different aspects of the markets. If you guys are learning stuff in my videos, I'm telling you, tip of the iceberg when it comes to the information that's contained in the mentoring courses. Stuff is really deep. Sometimes it takes an hour or 2 hours to get through one particular section. I cannot get through them in a 15-minute video or a 10-minute video for you guys. So the mentoring is where it's at. It's one-on-one. It's just you and I. There's no videos to watch, and there's nobody else in a group session. It's just you and me, pounding away. I work on your schedule. If you're only available Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 6 to 8 at night, great. I'll work with that. It's very, very flexible and well worth your time, well worth your money. It's not about an education, guys. It's about the right education. And I can provide that. I know, I'm very confident. Been doing it a while now. I've seen the growth in my students. So you get a chance, if it's something that you know, if trading's something you want to do for the rest of your life, maybe something you want to make full time, maybe something that you know you're right on the cusp of and just can't seem to find the golden ring, then take a chance. Give me a call and let's just chat for a while and see if it's right for you. All right, guys, we'll be back again when? Yeah, again tomorrow night. Wait for these moves. It is coiling up here, guys. It is coiling up, and I think we're going to see something by the end of the week. We will get a trading day before the end of this week is out. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.